people up in here. No, we ready to go. We're streaming already.
Kick the music. Let's get hype.
See if we can get rolling up off in this thing.
This is the soundproof hunger.
Yeah, I thought I was finna start freestyling. I ain't finna do that.
You ain't even got my mic set up.
He say,
Yeah, they thought I was finna kick around.
I mean, you been kicking shit all day, you know. You done threatened the cookie ladies and.
Man, why you gotta put my business?
I'm just saying, bro, you been on the road today. What's going on with you?
You know what it is. It's your boy Collar Pot Sean here with a little paint where it ain't a little seasoning with some reasoning. We been off for a little bit.
Yeah, we had a trial run. Let's just call it that.
I call it a little invasion.
You know what I'm saying? We finally got the smell of potpourri and cheap perfume
They had the candle lit and everything.
out of the room. Yeah, they had a candle lit, everything.
Yeah, it took us a while to get the sweety, fruity smells
Yeah,
out
we
of
had,
it.
deep clean everything. Had to get that all that out.
Yeah, we gotta get that out of there. But they did. The ladies did a good job.
They
though.
did,
We
they
gonna
did,
say
they
they did a
did.
good
They
job.
did.
We ain't gonna knock them down like
We
that.
just playing. We appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
You know,
Yes,
giving
indeed.
us, what they gave us.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job for their first run.
Yeah, they did. Everybody
Yeah.
really enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed looking at it, and they had some great perspectives and point of views. It was funny to hear them talk about themselves versus us
Yeah.
doing it. So some of that stuff be real, and
Yeah,
a lot of folks don't like the.
It was a little spicy in here too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Couple shots thrown at each other. It was killed. You know what I'm saying? It was killed.
you know they gonna do.
Check
it
that
they
out
do.
on YouTube if y'all ain't seen it yet.
Yes, indeed. Ladies,
Yes,
take
Unproof
over.
Hunger Room on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed. So what's been happening with you, brother?
it's been slow motion, man. Slow motion. Back on the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go see my mom's though. Mom's wasn't doing good last week, so
Okay.
I had to go check her out.
Okay.
You know, but we back. You know what I'm saying? She back. Celebrated 76 years yesterday.
Oh, congratulations.
You know what I'm
Mom.
saying?
Congratulations.
You know, it's so crazy, man. My brother had a picture of me, him, and my mom's, right? Mm-hmm. And so I put it up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, some of y'all women, man, y'all amaze me, man. Y'all,
What
they
happened?
want to know who is it single and all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. He ain't single.
Hey, I heard it's hard out there in them streets right now,
man.
brother.
No, he all right. He been doing good. Let him be. I'm glad he ain't put his name on him, motherfucker, man. They like, man, how old is your brother? No, I'm like, God damn.
Oh, goodness. But they swear they all right, though.
Yeah. But shout out to my mama. You know what I'm saying? 76 years. She's stronger than what she was. So, yeah, I'm glad she's still here with me.
That's what's up, man. That's good. You got to go up there and see her, make
Yeah,
sure she
had to
was
go
good.
look her in the face right quick, man.
Yeah, it's about the same for me. Been slow motion. Weather starting to change a little bit. Usually when it jump in the fall, man, I just get tired. Like when it get cool, my body just get tired. So I just been kind of dragging a lot lately. I guess that's why I've been kind of snapping on the parents. And
Yeah, you was a little out of line for that, bro. Man, you attacking the cookie lady? The popcorn. It was
the popcorn. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, you
popcorn.
attacking the popcorn.
I ain't
Popcorn
tagged
kind of
it.
expensive though. I just made a donation. I just make a
Like I
donation.
said, I just send them the money. I don't
yeah,
want
I just make a donation. That popcorn's too expensive.
Yeah, I gotta get my
By the
little
time you add the shipping and receiving, you know what I'm saying? Shipping and handling.
Yeah.
You know, that price can almost double. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna jump into these subjects, man. So much done happened since we ain't been on the mic, man. I mean, even the last few shows we talked more about relationship stuff. We ain't really got into what's been happening.
Yeah, let's go on what's going on around us. Yeah.
Let's start with Brett Farve. Brett Favre has been accused of stealing $5 million from a welfare foundation in Mississippi. One of the, I think it's the poorest county or state in the U.S.
Yeah.
He took $5 million from them to fund his daughter's volleyball gym. And it hadn't really been getting a lot of press. I think it's been getting more press because of the pushback of people saying, how's this flying so under the radar? And it's been out there for a while. I think just recently they found a text message between him and one of the councilmen.
Yeah, he was trying to,
where he was like, well, this get out to the public.
Give it to me, but I don't want the public to find it.
Right. How you feel about that?
Brett Favre got caught. And it's a lot of I just said what I just said. Just I hope I ain't the most clever guy, but Brett Favre got caught. You know what I'm saying? And they was embarrassed that he got caught. They ain't embarrassed that they gave it to him.
Oh no.
They embarrassed that he got caught.
Right.
You know.
Right.
This has been going on. He ain't the first one. He's just the one that got caught. You know what I'm saying?
It's probably something concurrent right now.
So they not gonna do Brett Favre like they did OJ. They not gonna do Brett Favre like they did Ray Rice. They not gonna do Brett Favre like they did who else I am messing up? Oh, the coach of the Boston Celtics. Nah, they not gonna do Brett Favre like that. Brett Favre in some households is the greatest quarterback ever. Some I don't know. He might be in Green Bay. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we've seen through history that we not only not equal in progression of life. We also not equal when it comes to the bad shit either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know what people thought was gonna happen. Like I see all the sports channels, they trying to get traction to it. They just not gonna let that happen like that.
Right.
They not.
I even heard they were pushing to try to pull him off the Hall of Fame.
OJ still in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, OJ still in the Hall. That's something totally.
It has absolutely nothing to do.
Like I don't agree when they took
character.
Reggie Bush's his
Heisman.
His Heisman. I don't even agree with that, but
Yeah, he said he wanted back.
No matter, because Brett Favre didn't get in the Hall of Fame from he got in the Hall of Fame from his accolades as an athlete.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I would hate for them to actually do that, because then they might try to go back and get OJ shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, OJ did it, this and that. We all ain't take kids. And then they might say, you know what? Just take them both. I don't want that to happen. I don't want any black history to come up out of the NFL at all. You know what I'm saying? So, they gave it to him for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, y'all can use my name, but y'all got to pay me for it. That's what it is in a nutshell.
Right.
Y'all can use my name, but y'all gonna use y'all money to use my name. So I mean, hey.
Well, I heard they gave him money and they said he was supposed to give some speeches.
Yeah, but they still gave him money. He ain't sure. They use his name to get you there. It's just like going to. Well, we don't go to clubs, but you see on these flyers, be like so and so gonna be in the building. All these people flock. Dude might show up, he might not. He might show up in the last 15 minutes. He
did his part.
He did his part. You know what I'm saying? They done played this guy all kind of money. So I mean, Brett Favre just didn't have to show up.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. I ain't surprised. This is America.
Yes, indeed, and that's the point I want to jump on. This is America, and you can't do what they do. They always gonna brush it under the rug. You know, you ain't heard nothing about what was that? The kicker that just he was tied up in some gang rape. He's a white kicker.
Oh yeah, but you know they got him out the NFL so quick.
Yeah,
Like, they just got rid of that. Yeah.
Other cat that was beating his black girlfriend. What was the linebacker for Seattle?
For Seattle? Yeah, they hid that as long as they could. Yeah, they hid that.
You know, all of those things of that nature, man. They sweep it right under the rug real quick. You'll see it for one day, and that'll be it. You won't see no follow up or nothing. But here it is. We got Ime Udoka.
No, we're gonna go right into it.
We're gonna go right into it because it ties in, goes right into it, and they've been talking about it for the last 2-3 weeks now.
Something like that.
Yeah. Where you at with it?
I mean, he cheated. He had a way to get out of it. He fell in love. You know what I'm saying? He got caught. You know, the chick, hey man, she wasn't giving up her lifestyle for that log he might have been giving her. She wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. He got caught up. You know, like I told Crespo, hey man, this light skin issues. He got to eat that. You know what I'm saying? That's his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, sucker for love.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody like, oh my God, he cheated on Nia Long. That ain't Love Jones y'all seeing on that TV, man. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? That ain't Love Jones. I mean, who knows where she is at home, man?
Yeah, that's what I've been preaching. You don't know how to
and I ain't condoning him cheating, but I'm just saying, like, right. Don't let us, you know, get it misconstrued. Like she, you know.
Yeah, she the perfect wife, and let's look at the logistics of it. They've been engaged for what, 7 years?
I mean, you know,
come on now.
They wasn't ready to get married.
7 years?
You're not forced to stay in anything, sir.
Well, I'm just saying.
You're not.
You're right. I'm just saying, if somebody is engaged for 7 years, something ain't cooking around now.
That might not be it, man. They might not have been on the same page as far as.
They had a kid, one kid together, I think?
Something like that. I mean, maybe they know.
Yes, I don't know, man, but
marriage take a long time to plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what we're gonna go with.
But no, all you know, nonsense. I don't like the way that Boston did him, but it's Boston, so I guess you know we shouldn't expect anything less. You know, like I never really agree with Stephen A, but I definitely agree with him on this when he said this was an in-house issue. Y'all could have dealt with this in-house and we never would have known because it happened so much in sports.
Right.
Why did this pick up so much that y'all had to come out with it? You got your coach on there looking crazy, answering shit like he on trial, so he really ain't saying nothing. I mean, your GM, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He answering like he don't know what to say, then don't say nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, then you suspend a man instead of just firing him because y'all don't want nobody else to pick him up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all try to get him to quit so y'all ain't got to pay him. Like, that's one thing I love about a union. You know what I'm saying? Right, wrong. We got a contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know, but I mean, he got to take his licks like everybody else, I guess. You know, will he get another coaching job? Probably. You know what I'm saying?
A head coaching job?
Absolutely.
Well,
I think so. I mean, you know, you got what's my man who was riding down the street with the chick on the motorcycle? Was it? And they fell off and.
Yeah, coach.
Yeah, football. He was at Louisville.
Tom Mezzo.
So no, that's Michigan State. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that.
Tom
ain't got time. I heard him. I got him, Tom.
I know you.
I got him, Tom. I think it's Bob Petrino or Patino or something. Anyway, one of them coaches.
I know you talking about.
He riding down the street with a chick. They fell off the bike and I ain't sure, but I think he dipped. I ain't sure, but you know, like
it was some shady business.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
that we wasn't supposed to be doing.
It is what it is, man.
But yeah, Boston handled that situation wrong. Like you said, it's in-house. Again, I think everybody has been echoing. A lot of people don't agree with Stephen A. Smith, but on this issue,
I had to agree with him.
He hit the nail on the head with this one. And this Malika Andrew, I can't. What I just found out recently, even the coach that they was getting ready to put in there to replace, she talked about his whole history.
Yeah, she gave us all his bad stuff. I mean, she's a lady. She's a lady. She's still a black lady. We're going to respect her, even though we don't agree with her. You know what I'm saying?
She's been really taking shots though. She's been taking so many shots.
To
at
me,
brothers.
her emotions are taking over everything because she's a woman. Talking about the lady that they not bringing out her business,
right?
You know, they threw him all up under the bus, rolled him over a couple times,
right?
The lady he was with, it's still a mystery, I guess.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And she like, you know, we shouldn't have to talk about that and all that. Why not? Why not?
For me, it takes two, and both of y'all work for the same organization.
But I guess her husband is like a big deal to Boston Celtics. Like he ain't just.
So that's why it's a hush.
Yeah,
campaign.
so that that's why they gonna drag him and then let her just skate off, I guess. Malika you could just like she called in and Stephen A was saying his point. She called in and was like, you need to stop this and all that. Then when,
cut him off.
When Perkins was on there, she cut
off.
the screen. Like that was, she was like, thank you, Perkins. And then, but I don't know. She got an opinion like the rest of us, man. I can't condone what he did because he still cheated. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying I ain't never cheated. I ain't saying that. But, I mean, you put your job and everything else at risk.
Yeah, that was stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
It was
like,
a dumb move.
You got a kid. You in the limelight too much to get caught like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a child. Child got to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy out here, what if Boston go to last place? They might beat the kid up at school. It's your daddy fault. Like, anything possible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he picked the wrong one. That's what happened when you step out. It ain't my thing. Anyway, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? But
I just can't. I'm not with you with the Malika Andrews thing. I'm not going to let her slide. No, yeah. Because it was, and you know how I am about cutting people off. Like when Stephen A. Smith, he let her have the floor. He said what he had to say. He let her rebuttal. Didn't say a word.
That's true.
As soon as he started, rebutting what she said, she cut him off.
She did.
Same thing with Perk. She said they said what they had to say. Perk come in, he said what he had to say.
That's true.
As soon as he got in, she cut him off. Like, let me finish. Like I said, I just saw the video of her airing the other dude's business out there.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, that ain't had no place. That was crazy.
Looking like, are we looking at Fox News or are we looking at Sports Center?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
It was ridiculous. So to me, it just seems like she now has a vendetta.
I think she just
we would say like a super feminist. To the point to where she's going to stand up for whatever.
From what it seemed like to me, she just saying it takes two to tangle. But I mean, you got a whole who's in the. I mean, both in relationships. So I mean, but he the coach. He gotta look beyond. I do. Is his standard different than hers? We don't know who she is.
Right.
So in a way, yeah, because he's she could be the towel girl.
Right.
She ain't the coach. Like, her job don't affect others. Because the whole team is like, they don't even know what to do. They don't know what to say. In interviews, I watched they media day. Yeah. Like, they don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or they just can't say nothing. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just think, do it matter who she is? To the public, yeah. Because they dragging the shit out of him. Do it really to the team? The team knows who she is. So, I mean...
Right. I don't even know if it's about knowing who she is versus her not getting any kind of repercussions.
Would you fire your wife if you was married?
In a situation like that, yeah.
You would fire?
She got to move to somewhere else.
Would you fire her?
Yes.
You lying.
Yes.
You're not going to fire your old lady, man.
I mean, come on now. I mean, you just did it. Not only did you mess up what we had, which I don't know if I knew or not, because a lot of times folks be knowing what's going on.
That's what I'm saying.
So, if I already knew, then no, I'm not going to fire her. But she got to be, it takes two. And both of y'all work under this umbrella. So I can't just go in there and fire this guy because he's one of the biggest names. And then here you are, like you said, she's a towel girl or something, and she get to keep her job. No problems at all. I don't think that's fair. But it comes down to in-house stuff and how people handle and just the good old boys club of athletes and owners and coaches and things of that nature.
I mean, you know that, man. They not. Let me ask you this: do you think when have we ever seen? Let's use a total different one. Let's take Bill Cosby.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby was all over the press. You know what I'm saying? Everything he ever, 30 years ago, they put it all out there. Weinstein, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
We just know he was out here doing him. That's all we know. Ain't no details, nothing. He ain't lost an inch of sleep, nothing.
Right. And he had about the same amount of folk coming out. Same amount of folk coming out saying he was doing what he was doing, and we ain't heard nothing.
R. Kelly. R. Kelly, people made a special about him. I never watched. But they got a special about him. Netflix is getting paid off of Dahmer.
I was about to ask you about that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was just
like, dog.
I was going to go into that.
And I ain't saying, well, I guess I am saying that shit. R. Kelly shit is terrible. My man shit.
Come on.
But they making dollars off his. R. Kelly, they just want to, anytime you see the press about R. Kelly, it'll never be about his accomplishments ever again. But it will be about how much time he get.
You still got people
Every time he go
not
to
listening
court.
to his music.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And you listen to it or you don't. That's on you. That ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? To judge nobody on that. But just look at that shit, man. Like, through history, you will never get the same.
Right.
Never.
Great point.
So, I mean, I'm not surprised at Brett Favre. I'm not surprised at Weinstein. I'm not surprised, man. It's we always gonna be the biggest story.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what they paint us to be, and they got to corroborate their stories. So they got to keep that narrative going.
Last time you seen somebody not a black race get dragged, probably might have been Bill Clinton.
Right.
It might have been Bill Clinton.
And when you start talking politics, the Republican Party and the versus Democrats,
because
they don't fight.
Trump is throwing gasoline on his.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He looking for views. You know what I'm saying? So you can't count him. But as far as scandal,
right,
or something like that, it might have been Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anybody else in between there. Nah, I can't really. Nope. I can't think of nobody.
Moving on, man. Moving on.
We're going to go back to that, to the Dahmer. Have you been watching it?
I'm on episode 4.
Why are you watching it?
Because we grew up with it.
That's why I won't watch it.
That's okay, we grew up with it. I just want to put the picture with it now.
That's why I won't watch it, man.
I'm saying that's part of our teens, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for it. I just got to watch it in the daytime.
It's that bad. I heard it's pretty.
I mean, it's just for me. I don't watch nothing that could ruin my sleep past like noon.
I said I wasn't gonna watch. Well, when I heard it was coming out, I said I wasn't gonna watch it because I watched years ago. They did a real documentary on the case and everything. Yeah. It wasn't as explicit as I hear this. This is. So for me, I had no interest, and like you said, we grew up with it. Yeah. So I had no interest because hearing the interviews from the people that lived in the apartment and all this and that. So. The judge, the court cases and all that stuff. It's not something I really want to see acted out and painted on the screen. And to see this man's sickness out here, now making an art out of it and making money off of it. Why do you think we are attracted to dysfunction in this fashion?
Because we all born in it. Everybody. That's the American way. What Axel Foley say? I need to get back to Detroit for good old American street violence. Just to the point, hell, I say that shit when I go home now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what we born in. We not, especially as black people, we just want to laugh. I hate to say that, but we just want to laugh at white people, man.
Yeah,
we just want to laugh at white people.
We would like to see the demise of
as far as, like I said, that was part of our teens.
Right.
Like he was eating what? Like, huh? So for me, that's what made it interesting for me. I just let me see what this was really about. Like they actually playing phone calls.
Really? The
actual,
real?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So as far as we know, now Hollywood, that shit might not even be real, but So for that, I mean, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, Dahmer.
I can't be a part of it. I cannot be a part of it, man. That was some serious stuff. Actually, in the group, we had somebody was talking about their uncle's, one of their friends' uncle was one of his victims.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and so they was like, yeah, I can't watch it because it touched home for the family.
Oh, I
and
can
whatnot,
understand that.
You know,
Yeah.
situations like that. But I don't know. I always wonder, why are we so attracted to stuff like that, macabre dysfunction like that.
a lot of us grow up with it. A lot of us intrigued by it. Everybody got something. Why are people so into football? It's still violence. Boxing, violent. The biggest sports,
Or the most highest contact.
biggest movies. You know what I'm saying? Biggest movies, action,
Okay.
things like that. Even if it's make believe with Batman and all that, it's still
Some kind of violence.
some kind of violence.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to see the Titanic. No black people ain't no damn way.
I don't know. It just hit different for me when it's a real life story.
I mean, but
like this.
It depends on
Like this.
It depends on if you grew up with it. Like you might have been a teen and be like, oh, whatever. I mean, this is real.
It's funny. I had a friend and she said she started and she was like, yeah, I never heard of this guy. She's a lot younger. So I was like, okay, in this case, I could see how you could be, drawn in. But
What's weird about it to me, I see something that they put it in the gay section.
no, they took it out.
Oh, but they did put it in the gay section on Netflix, right? It did.
It
did the alphabet.
Out.
It did the
And they
alphabet.
came and
Said,
said,
wait, y'all can't do that.
They pulled it out of the gay, the LGBTQ section.
Why?
Netflix. I don't know.
I mean, he gay.
Look at the power they got. I mean, if this don't say, look at the power they got. Because that's like me saying they did a movie on the DC Sniper, and I go in there and say, nah, take this out of the black folk movie.
Right. That was a good movie too. I watched that too. You watched that?
I ain't see it.
You watched the DC Sniper?
I ain't look at DC
Dog,
Sniper
this is your teens. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. That's why I'm like, I don't want to watch a movie about it.
Yeah, this is your teens. How can you not watch that shit?
I didn't watch it.
Yo, I'm watching all that. You watched 9/11?
I watched Fahrenheit 9/11. The one.
Oh, you talking about what's my man name? I know you're talking about the big white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
I watched that
the
too.
movie. Okay.
I watched that too.
I like real documentaries, but when we start putting actors in and doing that stuff, I'm not into it. No
Okay.
more. Yeah.
I'm watching all that. I'm watching all of it.
I ain't mad at you. It's all entertainment. Let's go on to this Illinois quote unquote purge law that they got. I think a lot of people heard about it, they didn't know the specifics of it. I'm just gonna give what I read. It's really a no cash bond. They took away the cash bond.
Yeah.
So if you get arrested for a crime, within 48 hours, if the judge decides that they're gonna keep you, and you go to trial, or they'll let you go.
They let you go.
No matter what.
Court, they ain't built enough jails yet, so they got to come up with something else.
That's exactly what they said. We got too many people.
Got too many people locked up.
That's been on, waiting for their court case for years.
I mean, maybe they need to look at some of this time they're giving out.
Yeah.
For a lot of people still locked up for weed.
Right.
That
I ain't seen
or
the
just
judge.
non-violent offenders. They doing some real time.
Yeah.
So they need to start looking at that while they softening laws.
Right. Now, do you think that's going to help? How do you think that's going to affect Illinois? Let's talk about Illinois.
I mean, man, if you can get away with it, man, you get away with it. I mean, it's going to be dangerous in some areas. Chicago is in Illinois.
Right.
One of the most violent places that we have right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? On certain sides of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who to say somebody, they already testing the waters. So who to say now that if you can't prove it, they got to let them go. They back out doing it again.
Right.
So that's one state that need the law that, what's his name put in effect. I hate to say it because, I hate the law, but I understand it.
Which one?
Kemp, about, able to carry.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot of people going to end up, I hope not. A lot of people might end up hurt physically because of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid
You know,
of.
so
I'm afraid of I'm not even gonna say lawlessness, but if you put something in place and there's no recourse to it, just like any criminal that gets away with something, they'll keep doing it and keep doing it until they get caught. In a situation like this, it squarely comes down to the judge's discretion,
yeah,
whether you're going to stay or you're going to go.
right.
And I think one of them was, I think even manslaughter, one of the,
No, you got 48 hours to prove it though.
right, and that's,
Unless they go to Memphis and get old girl with the fur coat, with the mink coat, they not going. They not
you
gonna get
can't
that.
even get DNA tests back that fast. So and that's saying, like y'all put so much pressure on the folks that gotta come up with the stuff and to prove these cases.
That's what I'm saying. So you know, it's gonna be with hey.
They gonna be working hard.
Be safe, man. Be safe.
Yeah, it's crazy. Speaking of laws, they got I don't know if y'all know, Georgia got a stand your ground law.
Yeah, I seen that.
But it didn't work for a black guy.
Sure didn't.
Mark Wilson, and this they didn't talk about this much. I had to dig and find this one. His name is Mark Wilson, biracial black man. He was convicted of felony involuntary manslaughter for shooting at a truck of drunk white teens. What happened was him and his pregnant girlfriend, which she's white, was driving down the street, and they said it was a truck of white teens, drunk, yelling racial slurs at him, tried to run him off the road. So he started unload. He just started shooting back at the truck because they tried to run him off. But they convicted him of involuntary manslaughter. And I won't say it was funny, but it's no fun when the rabbit had a gun because now the girlfriend is like, I don't trust the justice system. Whereas I think the average white person that doesn't witness or experience what a black person has to go through on a day-to-day life, which they never will be able to. But once it touches them intimately, then they start to realize, like,
not to make it sound different, because I totally agree with you, but I think a lot of people go through that. Like until it hits your household, you don't think it's like you could take wealthy black people that's disconnected that live on other side. They might not even engage with me and you.
I agree with you on that. But when you talk about race and injustices, which is now the forefront of what's going on in the country, at some point, when do you have some kind of conviction about it? And you say it only happens, which is true. It only happens when it touches you intimately.
Right.
What would it take for more people to say, let me look at this a little bit more, a little bit more deeper, even though it doesn't affect me?
To do that, I feel, in my opinion, you have to be more in tune, with your whatever outside of your household. Because if you only care about what's going on in your household, that shit out there is just, that's a movie to you.
So it had to be part of your ethics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because other than that, you don't care. That's what's going on over there. It ain't affecting me.
Yeah, you're right. Should we say that about the Queen?
I didn't care at all. I didn't give a shit. I didn't even understand what the whole Queen thing was. Anything.
Yeah, they love that woman, but that wasn't for me. And they was trying to broadcast.
Oh, they didn't try. They did. That was on everything. We didn't even watch Wheel of Fortune. We watched Price is Right at work because the damn Queen was on.
I didn't even know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how much I didn't check for it.
Shout out to my homeboy Leroy. Leroy come in the break room every day. Anybody watching this?
Yeah, but yeah, man, they got old boy locked up, man, and I think it happened in 2000. He just got convicted down there, man. They said they looking at the stuff to try to get it because even after they interviewed the teens, they were lying from the jump. Said they weren't drunk and all this and that, but you got 14, somebody gonna mess up the story. So that's how they caught them in their lies and all that. But they still got this brother locked up.
What Ben Crump at?
It ain't big enough, probably.
That's fucked up.
Right outside of Statesboro, Savannah. Yeah. So I just saw him working on something. I was just reading something he was working on. Can't remember. But it ain't that case.
Maybe like we And I'm talking about me and you and everybody else who can see this. Maybe like we make noise about nonsense, we can make noise social media wise about that.
Yeah.
And if that brother need to be free, we need to make sure, that happens. That's another thing I think where a lot of, people of color get, put in these jails and disappear because they name is cool for a day or two. It's a trend. And the next thing you know, it's gone. Like you don't hear about the young Brittany Griner no
Brittany
more.
Griner.
You don't hear about that no more.
Yeah.
I'll
say
but I can't
right
even say
so
that.
far,
Only
though.
time I hear it is when I'm watching Jalen and Jacob. And he said every day.
Oh yeah.
Every day. He said her name will not go unheard till she free. Jalen Rose, Detroit, Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Moving on.
That what y'all did?
I'm just saying.
That what y'all did?
You know what I'm saying? But
Y'all some loyal little mother.
but that's the only time Jacoby, that's his name. Jalen and Jacoby.
Okay.
But we need to change how things are done. And we show up for nonsense. We quick to talk about the bullshit people do, but we won't talk about the injustice that happens to people and try to help them get free. But you know why? Go back to what we were talking about. It doesn't affect
It doesn't
us.
affect. But even it's
we talking about somebody we don't even know on this show.
right.
You know what I'm
And that's the thing. Like at this point, because social media is so strong now, it takes a few clicks.
saying?
Just
Absolutely.
awareness. Just share it. Just put it up.
Absolutely. Hashtag
it.
whatever
whatnot.
you need to do. We got to make sure that the name is fresh. Because once if the name goes away, and even in our vocabulary, hell, the justice system looking like y'all don't even care.
Yeah.
So sit down, sir. You'll be here for a while.
And we ain't got the money to have them lawyers like that to be.
You ever notice the wrongly convicted paid? It's always black people. I've never seen a white person wrongly convicted and spend a lot of time in jail, and then they get out and get money.
Right.
I always see it happen to black people.
Black folk. I mean, the system always been stacked.
So I
against
mean,
us. Always been stacked.
I ain't saying it don't happen, but I don't never see it on my TV
Nah, I hadn't seen it either.
or on social media. So, but all right, moving on.
Okay, let's go into the Pnb robbery and killing.
You gotta be careful where you're going. You gotta respect where you're going. I don't want to hear it about. I ain't gotta do that. I ain't gotta do this. You do.
Right.
You're gonna be flashy. I mean, when you got the governor said, "Don't come out here. We can't protect you." That was enough for me to cancel anything I had going to LA. That was enough for me, dog. At the point that the governor said, "Yo, we can't protect you out here. It's crazy out here right now. We can't protect you." Am I the one they looking for? Probably not, because I'm not flashy. I don't have jewelry, you know what I'm saying, or none of that. But who's to say, hell, they might have off day. Ralph might be walking up down the street,
Right.
and they want to see what's in Ralph's pocket. Who knows? But as unfortunate it is the young man died, from what I understand, he didn't have to. Because if he would have just gave it up, they probably wouldn't have killed him.
Damn.
But we got to put our values more on life than
material.
Yeah. But, that's the land we live in right now, man. You can't just be out here. You can't.
Right.
Right or wrong, man, you can't.
Right. And came out, it was a family.
Yeah, it's a father and a son, wasn't it?
Father and the son.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did it. So, everybody was saying it probably was gang related or, people hungry. Like you said, people hungry. You go to certain areas, you can't be out there flashing. That's why a lot of times they talk about these rappers and people that make it. You go buy you a Lambo and you pull up in the hood, basically kind of show off. If you ain't out here helping or putting something back in here, you think everybody gonna lift you up? Nah, it's still gonna be some people that's like, hey man.
Let me ask you a question. Do we put that pressure on our own to come back to poverty just to show? Because what happens if they don't come back, people say, oh, he think he too good for us now. And that might not even be it. Mm-hmm. Your safety is probably what your biggest concern is, but do we put the pressure on ourselves, on our own people to come back. Not, and I ain't talking about do for the hood, but come back, be seen in the hood. Do we put that pressure on them?
Definitely. Unfairly. If I was brought up in a dangerous environment, I don't have to, I'm sure it comes with maturity and understanding that I ain't bulletproof. Understanding that if I came up in an environment that was very detrimental to the well-being of children and adults and everybody around, but somehow we made it, I have to be smart enough to say, I can't go back down there and hang out like that. And if anybody has something to say about it, it's more so like, hey, I was trying to get out of there, just like y'all probably trying to get out of there. Now, if I come back and do some fundraising or, like you said, putting on some or put money into the community, but for me just to come down here and hang out, nah. So I think we do unfairly put that expectation on each other or the people that make it out of the hood to say, man, you got to come back and you got to do this, you got to come hang out and do that. Why? When I'm now a bigger threat. I mean, a bigger target. I'm a huge target now. Okay. Because everybody don't love me like the people I came up with. These other cats don't love me like that. I'm a mark for them.
That's true. I give you that. Sad case.
Yeah, so.
Somebody just said something.
But we say we got Brian Stevens. What's happening, y'all? What's up, everybody checking in? Shannon, Jarrell. Who is Love Lola B? What's happening? Anyway, Brian Stevens, that's it right there. Yes, we do. Because if we don't come back, they say you're not from the hood or don't care about them. You turn your back on us. What the streets owe to anybody? When the streets loved anybody? The streets don't love y'all. Why do we feel like we got to prove a point to the streets? Show me somebody that is a champion of the streets and they still out here winning. Every champion of the streets is locked up or dead. So I'm old enough to say that, that whole title, I don't need it. I don't want it. I ain't got nothing to prove to the streets. Streets ain't got no love for you.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let's say we take this to the next level. You ain't never coming back to College Park?
College Park ain't dangerous.
Everywhere dangerous, bro. You just ain't seen that part.
Exactly. You gotta.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why you gotta know where to go. I definitely come back here.
So I mean, so can we? Are we wrong for going, or is how we go is the issue? Because, like you said, a fundraiser, I can see that. Can you just go back and hang on the block? You shouldn't. I don't think you should, but. Who's to say the block you hanging on, they don't love you that much? And I think that's what these guys be trying to find out.
Right.
I ain't saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what they do. But I ain't gonna say it's wrong either. Like being down here, you see a lot of the celebrities out. You know, they don't be having bodyguards and things like that.
Right.
You know, I guess it's just who you are determines. I'm not going to nobody else state showing out.
Right.
That's just me. I'm not going to nobody else state showing my ass because I'm the visitor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
just like when we was talking about me going to Detroit.
Right.
And he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna make sure when we go."
Yeah. I gotta make. Everything gotta be in place. Absolutely.
I'm not finna go. Just like you said, if we get up there. I'm not finna go and just like, nah, I'm the man.
Yeah.
I go where I want to go. I do what I want to do. They're going to be looking at me like, all right.
My baby ain't never hurt nobody, but he still got smoked at baby's party.
They're going to be in that parking lot wait.
And, you know, it's just, it happens. Like the young boy was trying to go up there for the game. Be honest, I watched after the first game. I watched the fans fight each other. Detroit fans fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Him being who he is, I'm not safe in my city with him. And I ain't saying he weak or nothing like that. I don't know, and that's enough for me. I don't know. I don't know what you might do, but I know it could possibly happen. I'm not willing to put myself in there so you can go see a game because I can control me. I can't control you.
Right.
And then you a fan of the opposite team. You mixing liquor and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You might, matter of fact, they didn't win, but that ain't necessarily a good neither because somebody may be like, he shouldn't have been here with that on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a multitude of things can happen. Some things I'm just not willing to put myself in
that.
you know, for other people. So, I mean, I get it, you know.
Yeah, I'm just not one like me coming back is gonna be something to where I'm putting. I want to shout out my boy Tori Thomason. He just had it was called Old Nat Day. He been doing it I think 6 years, and this year it got delayed a week, but this year he had it. Stacey Abrams showed up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of artists showed up. Killer Mike was there. Some other, I can't remember all the other artists, but it was a great turnout. So much to where he does a lot for the community or whatever. And also, he had another situation where Stacey pulled up again on Old National on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. I think at Grown Folks. And he pretty much, was out there and announced her to come out. I just wanted to shout him out for what he does for South Fulton and the Old National College Park area.
I mean, it's election time. She gotta be out here.
Yeah, she gotta be out. But more so for me, it was for him.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, shout out to your partner.
But he's one of the ones that, and I think he's still staying this part of town.
Right.
So it's kind of like, is he supposed to, like, if he gets to a certain level, is he supposed to? That's just like when we had the governor, well, the mayor that moved into Embarcadero, and we was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, it's only probably like every other building is vacant because it's run down, it's beat up, and he was like, well, I want to be a part of the streets and this. And we ain't heard nothing else.
Yeah,
I heard maybe a week or two.
He on there either.
He ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? So back to that question, are you supposed to come back to the hood like that? Because when you do that, I'm like, you stupid. And then when something happened to you, why did you come back?
In some cases, man, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes if you're willing to get to the next level, you can't be scared of what could be on the way up to that level. And if going back to maybe inspire is sometimes one thing about people, you got to show them something for them to even take your word. Why that is, I don't know, but that happens. So sometimes if you want to get to that next level, man, Martin Luther King was a great example of that.
Okay.
He knew the dangers he was going into, but he didn't let that stop him.
Right.
Did it cost him his life? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't die at a rally. He didn't die giving a speech. He died on the balcony. Mm-hmm. Surrounded by his people. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as we know, you know what I'm saying? They know, but so I mean, when you say you all the way in, what are you doing? If you got a goal of like take Killer Mike,
right?
Killer Mike respected everywhere,
right?
Worldwide, you know what I'm saying? Does he still hang out in some parts where you might feel is dangerous? Killer Mike respected enough where he can go back.
Right.
Sometimes it come down to that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he out here, and you can't do nothing respect him for it. Is he out here every night? Probably not. He got shit to do.
Right.
But I ain't never heard Killer Mike say he couldn't go back to where he from.
Oh yeah.
Because not only is he going back, he trying to buy up the block and make it better. So I mean, sometimes it take that. And I ain't against going back if you going back for the right reasons.
For the right reasons, and that's the point.
I ain't against that.
He definitely put money back into the community by putting these businesses in there and things of that nature. So, even when the barbershop he got downtown got all the graffiti written on there and stuff, he went out there himself and has some people helping him and they repainted it. And if you go down there, you like, this his shop?
Let me Jermaine, I agree with you. Also, I don't think we are saying you have to remain in the hood. I think we just saying that. Why should you not go back? If that's all you know, why shouldn't you go back at all?
Right.
Like I think that's what we getting at. Like, should you go back at all? Or I mean, some people, these poverty households, you got family back there, and you can't take everybody with you. You got homeboys back there; they can't always come. Are you supposed to just say, since I'm on this level, I can't go back? Because sometimes that comes down to how you handled yourself before you left. And people ain't forgot that. So I'm with you to the point of you don't have to remain. No, you don't. I might not, if I'm reading this right, I don't agree with you. You can't go back. I really don't agree with that. Respect go a long way, more than chains and all that. So some people respect you enough when you come. Like, hell, it's places that I never thought I could step back on the streets that I can. You know what I'm saying? So, and not because of who I am, but what I stood for when I was there. That ain't changed. It got stronger, actually. So I don't know about that. I don't know if we reading that the same. What's going on, Crespo? Matter of fact, what's going on to everybody in the room today? What up, though?
Shout out to Mom B for retiring from the post office.
Absolutely,
30 something
give us
years.
some sound effects.
You know,
a little
I'm
razzle.
it's been kind of low key today.
You know what I'm saying?
Low key today. But yeah, the retirement from Mom B. Yeah, what else you got, brother?
This is gonna be totally off too, but I was thinking about this on the way over here. What is a general life expectation?
That's a pretty broad question. Are you asking it me now, or just is that for anybody at, say, when you graduate from high school?
Like what? Like just yeah. Like what's just a life? Like what should, like if you had to tell somebody a life expectation, like you should want to, like everybody got something in general. Mm-hmm. Like we all agree on something. What is one?
Okay. For one of my life expectations was to be financially stable enough to where I can help anybody around me. Mm-hmm. I think I get that just from my upbringing. Came up in a 2-parent household, right, and we never really had to want for anything. We actually had a lot of things that we would share with other people. Right. So for me, it was always, I felt like I wanted to, for people, not saying people that's less than me or don't have what I have, but I was always wanting to be able to help whoever I could if they needed it. Right. Not somebody that's going to mooch off me. So for me, one of my life expectations was to get to a point to where I could help the people around me and it not be an issue.
Makes sense.
Yeah. What about you? That's a good thought process.
Yeah, I was just, that's why I was like, this is gonna be way off. I shouldn't even say
cool,
that.
Though.
You know what I'm saying? It went from making it to 18, making it to 21. But then after what I went through, it was like knowledge itself. Knowledge. That's. I don't know if I have what I consider to be the knowledge itself that I want to have. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't have any, but I don't think I have what I want. So that's my goal. Like,
what's your barometer? Like, what's
just
on the knowledge? Like, what point do you feel like you'll say?
Yeah, I don't think I can stop. Right. Once you know what I'm saying? Because you can always find things. You know what I'm saying? So I think right now that's just where that's for me, that's my expectation, to always to see the knowledge itself that I could really bring in for myself.
I like that. And it's funny, a lot of people come to me for different things because I like to know a little bit about everything. Yeah. I don't know everything about everything. And then if you bring something to me, like when we was at the bar the other night and
Cigar Lounge.
At the Cigar Lounge. What else?
Bar.
Bar
was
like
weird.
we just all right, drunk. Wake up, man, wake up. But we was talking about, and yes, we have these type conversations at the Cigar Lounge. Original Man.
Oh yeah,
one
the
of the guys.
man conversation. Yeah,
his conversation. It went way left, but the beginning of the conversation had me intrigued because we had my homegirl Wanda. Shout out Wanda, and I don't know the other cat's name.
Joe.
Was it? No, it was another. The other guy asked the question. I didn't know him either. Yeah. But he said, okay, if Original Man was from Africa, how did it end up being other races? And Wanda, and I always thought that, at some point we started to move to other climates and the pigment went away and things of that nature. Wanda's argument was that there were already other people there.
Right.
And I never knew that. And so for me, I said, I need to research that. And she sent me some video, but I hadn't looked at it yet. But stuff like that, I like to know about just so that I can speak on it.
Right.
I don't have to know everything about it, but because when you start getting into them conversations with them people,
it get deep.
It get deep. So
sometimes you can learn something, but sometimes you gotta get in that deep water, man.
Yeah, but hey, have your scuba gear ready because sometimes they gonna drown you with a whole bunch of foolishness if you ain't paying attention. But
I got one last question for you. We get out of here.
God.
I was looking at TikTok, right? And it was a thing that went on where a guy said if his wife was going to a personal trainer, it would have to be a woman that helped her because he don't want another man encouraging his lady like that because he afraid of where that could lead. Does that got legs or is that just insecurity?
It's called insecurity to this purest form. Because you know why? What he could do, let's sign up. Notice I said let's. Okay, so what we gonna do?
But
if I'm,
go ahead.
I'm saying if there's insecurity is like that.
Okay,
I'm going.
Right,
we're gonna go.
Right,
we're gonna see what he talking about. Oh, and record it. Each exercise. We can steal it, and then you can do it on your own.
I'm about to say,
you can do it on your own.
Okay, so I mean, that's an insecurity.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: is it that you don't trust your woman, or I'm not using you? I'm just saying, would that be you don't trust your lady, or would that be you just you ain't handling you know you're not handling something where she could it could be that easy?
It's a possibility.
Because let me ask you this: if it's just like if she's just going for the knowledge of the gym. Like, isn't he supposed to encourage her to like what is he supposed to do with that? Like I work out with women time to time, every now and then, and that's like what I do. I might not say it in a polite way, but I'm like, get that shit. You got one more, don't quit.
Right.
Like I ain't trying to take your lady and your lady out. Should your lady take that as, like do we got legs? Like do we got a point with that?
He has a certain point, but like you said, it comes down to your trust of your woman. Now let's look at the.
Would that cut out how strong your relationship is, though?
I'm finna go into all of that.
Come on,
I'm finna go into all that.
We gonna get out of here.
Let's look at the technicalities of it. All right. When you working out, estrogen, all that stuff is heightened. Okay,
that's true.
So if every day, I know I'm finna go in and I don't like to speak for the women. I'm just playing out the scenario.
Yeah, please don't.
I go in every day and I got this personal trainer and he's pushing me to do what I want to do. And I know this is what I'm going to get every day.
Right.
There is some consistency to this.
Okay.
Then I come home and you eating public sandwiches. And, and a lot of time women just want somebody to be on that journey with them. So again.
But what if I don't have the knowledge that because people go to school for that, man. Like,
right.
So if he in it just to train and you in it just to be taught to be trained,
right? What's
the problem? Hold on, don't trust trainers. Some of these dudes creeps. Brian, that's true, but some of these women thirsty.
Yeah, that's
so true. What are you saying with that? Because hell, some women walk in there and I don't
be
know
like,
if they on
you
the
trying to
pole with
work
it
out
or
or
they
what?
yeah,
Right.
like some of these outfits don't be they be gym outfits. Let me not say that, but they don't. I mean,
You could just put a little T-shirt on to cover that thing up.
See why are we doing this? Because people that work out, man, they want to show that shit. They don't want to have to
Yeah.
cover it up.
But if you working out, show it when you show your end results. I don't need to see it in the workout process.
But it's not for you.
Everything,
It's not for you though.
But what? That's why I don't go to the gym. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a distraction. You know what I mean? It could be a big distraction.
It's a distraction if you ain't in on your business.
Exactly.
Because you can look at a woman that's like in the street and be like, damn, and then go about your day.
business. Right.
Why can't you do that at the gym?
Because you seeing motion, you seeing stretches.
You see motion down the street.
No, them different. Them motions
What you
different.
mean?
And if you like to work out, that type, like I said, heightens all of the stuff in your body. The endorphins, the testosterone, all that is heightened.
So you
when
would.
working
So
out.
to me, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask Brian. Brian, you still there? He probably like, hell no.
Nah,
I ain't about
I'm
to.
sure he there.
He probably like, I ain't gonna be bothered with that. You being a man of marriage, if your wife was to go to the gym and the guy she picked the trainer she picked as a guy, would you say something to her to the point of, or whoever in the room, it don't matter at this point, would y'all say something and be like, yo, I'm not comfortable with that? And do you have a legit reason for that?
Would you want to see the trainer?
I wouldn't care.
Yeah, okay. I shouldn't say I would.
But I go to the gym though. So
Right. So
I mean,
think about
if you don't see
that
nobody in
don't.
the gym that look better than you, you in the wrong gym. Like that's just how I look at it.
Right.
Because everybody got goals, and sometimes you have to see your goal. It wouldn't.
He said, yeah.
It would. Why would it bother you though?
Yeah.
I can't believe he hit me with a one word answer either. Okay, what's next? But just I wouldn't want to. If you walk in it, okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Let's say you walk in the gym and her trainer is a heavy guy. You comfortable with that? To even train your lady?
Unfortunately, some people don't want other folks to win.
Yeah,
Some
but
people
this
don't
is
want
bad.
they love people to win.
What you mean?
I'm saying some people would be fine, like because a lot of times when women, let's talk about it.
We gotta go,
A
man.
lot of times,
Where we at? All right, come on.
A lot of times when women start working out and they doing this, they doing that, they probably on their way on to something else.
That ain't necessarily true. Come on, dog. Come on.
Sometimes they on to something else.
I have to peep the session out first and see.
That's why
Okay, but let me ask you this: if you're not a trainer and you don't know, I mean, can I get it? I seen couples retreat. You remember my man was on the boom, boom. You know,
That was so
we
funny,
ain't doing
man.
that. You know what I'm saying? But some trainers are hands on, and they're not handsy, but they do touch the body, and they ain't touching it in a way of
It's to let you know what you need to be feeling.
when you like
doing
things like that.
exercise.
Like I don't touch anybody. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel I'm a trainer. I know things, but I'm not a trainer.
Right.
But I'm not certified as a trainer. But some people will touch you. Like, are you need a touchless trainer? I think if I pay somebody to train me, and this man or woman, eventually I would think they would, be like, this is the muscle you working, and they would actually touch it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, right.
Versus,
so you can know what you're supposed to be feeling.
And if it's my ass or something, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, "Yo, right around there."
yeah.
Even the woman, I don't think she would grab my cheek or nothing like that. But as long as it's like professional, I don't see the issue.
I don't either. You know how I am. I got to put all my faith in that woman there. So
That's what I'm saying.
So when they fall down, I'm not mad at the trainer.
Yeah, you can't be mad at the
I'm
trainer.
mad at you. I don't get.
So let me ask you this, and whoever else in the room says 4 people. I don't know. I want to know who they are. Are you afraid of outside encouragement for your spouse? Because do you think that would actually make them leave you?
In any aspect.
In any aspect.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not worried about that. you gotta be strong enough in your game and know what you doing what you're supposed to be doing to say that if anything else takes over that, I failed in some kind of way. And it might not be that I failed. She might have another desire that she's never said to me and she's getting it elsewhere.
Right.
But to go, and that's where we come in, and you have to take self-accountability to say, I'm going to make sure I do everything. Right. So when it mess up, I ain't got no doubts.
Like
I did everything.
Because she could go to the gym with a trainer and come home and be like, okay, I see you, baby. I see what you're doing.
Right.
That might help her. Versus you just, you still going to that damn trainer, huh?
You ain't gonna get my donuts?
Right. Like, then that might, so I look at it different, I guess. I look at it.
It goes down there.
Like, but to say you need a woman trainer, if you that's crazy.
That's insecurity. My girl told me she went and got a massage the other day and the guy did it.
I mean, that's a profession. Like,
right.
Yo.
I didn't feel no kind of way about it. You know,
and now she go back in a week. Now you need it.
But nah, he was a feeling. He was a feeling. Now if it was one of them the ones that be showing up, nah. Come on, let me holler at you.
So you would let her do that?
Nah, hell nah.
He just touching the body. It's the same thing, just a central way.
Nah, man. Dude got his head all up and through her legs and with the baby oil squeezing her leg like a drumstick.
What if you in the room at the same time?
No. Nah. Nope. All I'm gonna say is let's look at the video. Let me go home and try it myself.
That's what you gonna do?
Yeah, well, we can try it.
The same thing he
get
doing.
The baby oil. We gonna try it ourselves, but he not finna do it.
I would be honest. I let if I had a woman, I let her try it once just for the experience.
Really?
But that's it. You can go for the experience.
I saw one dude had her head up on his shoulder. I said, man, come on, man.
I see the chick split in half. I don't even know what you working, bro, but all right, I get
Come on. He's talking to the booty cheek, rubbing on it.
Right.
Come on, man. Hell nah, man.
Man, let's get out of here, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Keep showing the love. Soundproof Hunger on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, all that stuff, man. It's time for us to turn it up, man. We've been giving y'all what we got for almost 3 years now, and it's time for us to kick it up so that we can give y'all more stuff. So tell your friends about the show. Have them subscribe, hit the like button, the chime button. It'll help us out a lot, man. We appreciate the love we get. Oh, we got to shout out my man Styles.
Yeah.
He got us with the fresh gear.
Yeah, it took a while to get him. Crespo had him for hostage.
Yeah, he had him.
Shout out to Crespo.
He out there doing his thing, man. We're going to have him on soon because he got a couple of situations jumping off. So we appreciate that, Styles, man. Y'all, man, be easy out there, man.
Hey, y'all know it's hoodie season, and y'all know one brother for sure who definitely got the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? So, Root Intellect, it's your season, dog.
Hey, Brian, appreciate it. Yeah, that's insecure. I'm not going to let my woman get that massage. It's not going to happen. But I appreciate you, bro, man.
Shout out to the homie and distant family, you know what I'm saying? Cake Chaser, he makes hoodies too. Good hoodies, man. Y'all can go to his website, his Instagram, and then look at what his merchandise is. It's Cake Chasers. Okay. He got hoodies too, but y'all know Root Intellect got his. And we don't mind, you know what I'm saying, promoting other people. Y'all just gotta, show us the product. Yeah. We like free stuff.
Nazo, First Division. You got the hoodies too, man. Right. Everybody. Y'all know how we do, man. We want everybody to win. But we got to make sure it's legit. Don't come in here with no little faded away. I ain't gonna mess with Kanye. I ain't gonna mess with Kanye.
Bro, that ain't cool. Relax. Somebody bought it.
A lot of people bought it.
Let it go, man.
Oh, and Adidas doing Kanye dirty. I
don't agree, but we'll talk about it.
We'll catch up on that later. Hey, man, we love y'all. Y'all be easy out there. Like I said, hit subscribe. Tell your friend, hit the buttons, all the buttons. Just put us on blast.
And if not next week, coming soon, we got the third installment of that conversation. What a man want, what a woman want, and we all gonna be in the same room, and we gonna have a conversation.
Y'all gonna like that. Y'all gonna want to be there for that, for sure. We out of here.
Tell a friend, share, notify, blah blah blah. Enjoy your Saturday. We go.